So, welcome everybody. Friday, April 2nd. So, first, just arriving, let's just land here. Some of us are in different time zones. It's morning here for me, first thing in the morning, but it could be afternoon or evening for you, late afternoon. So, it's taking a moment to feel where your body contacts this world, the chair, the air, the sounds in your environment. Welcome everything. Relax the body. Everything okay for a moment. Just here, being. And we always begin this wonderful inquiry work with also welcoming the mind, relaxing the body, welcoming our thoughts. If it feels disturbing, it's okay. Just letting it be a rainstorm, foggy, hot. Just letting letting it be here. Seeing what wants to come today. You might have already known before you even showed up. This is my work these days. This is my work. Welcome the trouble. I want to make peace with trouble. I want to be clear. Just welcome. So, this first step, identifying our thoughts. What are they? So, just keep allowing yourself to see something disturbing is welcome. What do I have a problem with? What's been bothering me? What do I feel frightened by? Angry? And allow yourself to just find a situation. Just give it a picture. Where did I see this? If I was watching a movie of life and the world, what I've experienced. But I paused. I paused at that place, that stuck place, that difficult spot. Just holding that experience, landing there, scrolling back and forth a little, right there, that situation, that moment in time. We get to see what happens just by listening, hearing what the mind has to say, unedited, without judging the thoughts that come out. No matter how immature or raging or upset they seem, or shameful, just letting them come. So hold one situation. There's one moment in time, one condition. The second the person wrote that thing to you, right when they said those words, right when you saw that image. And getting ready to write. So great to write. Catch the mind on paper. Such a speedy mind. No one has to read it. So holding that that situation as still as you can, while the meaning sometimes comes pouring in. Noticing your experience in that situation, troubling. Consider, why am I upset? What would the caption be to this picture, this memory? I am disturbed because. Just simple. Might seem like a simple fact, simple statement, very simple. In that situation, it helps to be narrowed down just in that moment. I'm frightened, I'm scared, I'm irritated because.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're filling out a Judge Your Neighbor worksheet.
Oh, okay. Is it something you shared?
No, you just listen, and It's at the very beginning, um, very first question on the Judge Your Neighbor worksheet, finding one situation and answering, why am I upset? I'm upset because, and writing that answer down. Very simple.
Okay.
Thanks for asking. Okay, number 2. How do you want what you're looking at to change? How do you want this person to change? What do you want them to do? How do you want that condition to change? What do you want it to do? That thing, that item in the world, how do you want it to change? I want, and just listen, just let it come out. All unedited. Here is what I want in the situation. That's the change I want. Even if you think it's impossible, just hear it and write it. Okay, number 3. What advice would you give? Person you're looking at, the thing you're looking at, usually should, shouldn't. What do you recommend so that they or it can make that change? He should, she shouldn't. What would help? Number 4, in this situation, in order for me to be happy, what do I need from them, from what I'm looking at? What do I need from this? I need. I need them to just check, what do I need? Even if it seems impossible. I need them to say this. I need them to do this. I need them to think that. I need them to feel. In order for me to be happy, if I heard those words, I need them to say these words. Wow, that would be amazing. Number 5, what do you think of what you're looking at? Unedited, from that emotional troubled space, from that place. What do you think of them? Make a list, usually just one word at a time. They are, it is, how would you describe in that situation them, what you're seeing? And the last prompt, what is it that you never, ever want to experience again? If you could have your way, I don't ever want that you experienced in this situation? What do you never want to experience again? So good to have these thoughts on paper instead of having them zoom by. You can do a little closer looking, looking closely, seeing all that we're putting on that situation that's very stressful. Can there be another way? Can there be another way? Okay, so wonderful. Who would like to do the work? Yeah, Erin. Awesome.
This is my first time, so I figure I may as well break the ice.
Wow, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, read what you wrote. You can tell us briefly your situation. That feels right.
So yesterday I was at Pilates and I caught a glance of myself in the mirror and I noticed that I wasn't able to sit up well and that my back looked fat.
Mm,
And so the thing that upset me, I said, I am upset because my back is fat.
okay, it's a good one. Yeah, I love when the object of attention is the body. Very powerful. Okay, so let's just start right there. Everybody can find if you've had that thought about any part of your body, whether you put in the label fat or ugly, wrong, whatever. Okay, so your back is fat. Is it true?
In that moment, it feels true.
Okay, So I love we get the second question. Just see if it's absolutely the truth.
No, a lot of people on the street, if they asked, they wouldn't see that.
Good to notice. Yeah. Oh, so what happens when you think it?
I hate myself. I think of all the ways I can change my diet or change what I'm doing. I feel out of control.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just noticing the meaning put on it. That's a hateful condition. I hate myself. Heartbreaking.
I want everything about it to be different than what it is.
Just see when that first ever occurred to you See how far back it goes. It's like, it's too fat. How do you know?
It's like the picture that comes in my mind is my mom was like very thin in the 80s, and I would watch her exercise and just like sit on the sofa watching her.
Mm,
And like that was what she wanted, was like thin, like beautiful.
mm, yeah. So even bringing that image and that very powerful moment in to this inquiry,
Yeah.
that's what my mom wants. That's what my mom wants, who I love.
Um,
My back is too fat. Doesn't look like that. You see how you treat your back and yourself as well. See how you treat it. What's the energy like between you and that back that you see?
Completely out of harmony.
Yeah,
Like this cord.
yeah. Like hatred rises. You said.
Yeah. Like a need to change it. Like I need to change this. I need to. There's no peace.
What do you imagine in that moment you would have if it changed? What would you have?
I want to say love.
Hmm. It's good to see that I could feel love if that was the right way.
Yeah, I could feel like attractive.
I would be lovable. Yeah. Just noticing, very strong thought, very deep and gripping. If my body's the right way, I'm lovable.
Yeah.
I got an image of my mom. She believes it too, it seems like. You see all those things you do to fight it, make it not fat. Painful. So that's too fat. Okay. So just for a moment, you see this image in the mirror. You stay right there with the image. Sometimes it seems so repulsive, it's hard to stay, but just imagine being right there, that image that you saw. Okay. Who would you be? What would you be without that story? Without that belief? That is definitely too fat. If you just weren't able to think that just for a moment,
I would just be a woman on a Pilates machine doing Pilates.
mm,
I would be enjoying the exercise.
Yeah. Enjoying being alive in the body.
Yeah, I would feel, my body would get to feel good moving.
And if there was no right way to be, there was no right way to be in this body, no wrong way to be in the body. Just there, seeing the image, just see if you can see that mirror image. It's like you take off your glasses of like hatred. That's the wrong thing. Very old. Let's just put on new glasses that have never learned that story. As you're feeling yourself in your body, but looking at the image, look at the image without the thought that's worthy of hatred.
It's hard.
Yeah, I know.
I feel afraid
What do you feel afraid of?
that if I don't think that, I'm going to get fat.
Yeah. So let's look at that for a moment. Okay. If I don't hate this, if I'm not against it, if I don't fight it, if I don't hate it, I'll just get fat. Is it true?
No.
Isn't that amazing? I can't know that that's true. It can be the same with people. If I don't hate them, resist them, get them away from me, they'll just move into my house. Is it true? No. So you feel what happens when you think that if I don't hate this, I'll just become it. I'll get really fat. It will get much worse if I don't hate it. What happens when you think that?
I feel tension in my body. I feel fear.
Yeah. You see
I
those
want I want to fight. I want to fight what's there.
you have to fight now. You see images of it getting worse later. It's like just noticing that this hatred is required for safety.
Yeah, it feels like a defense.
Yeah. Yes. So if you weren't able to think that, because we already just saw it, yeah, it's not true. But if I stop hating, I'll definitely get fat. So just see if I just set that story down for a moment. I have to hate this. I do hate this. That's necessary. If I wasn't frightened about the absence of hate, who would I be? Just set it down a moment.
I would be someone who could see something without judgment. Just observe it for what it is without labeling it as good or bad.
Can you see that image? Look at that image with that sense. And no judgment here. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
sort of fascinating, actually. Sometimes you look in the mirror, like, oh, that's the body that I'm feeling. That's what it looks like just for a split second
Yeah.
in the world. So we'll turn that one around. I have to hate this or it will get worse.
I have to love this or that it will get worse.
Yeah. Could that be true or truer?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I found.
Seems like the more I hate it, the worse it gets anyway.
Yeah. I can relate. Just see if you can find anything you love about it in the moment. You have to love this or it will get worse.
I love that when I lay down on the machine, it doesn't hurt my back bones.
Yeah.
I've been extremely thin in my life, and sometimes laying down hurts when you're that thin.
Yes. Yes.
Your bones are just like pressing against everything.
Isn't that just the sweetest thing? Like just appreciation for the gentleness, the softness of being held. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you find anything that you love about that picture? There's the image that came and all that was in it, you know. Just looking at that image, anything beautiful or loving about that.
Kind of hard.
Mhm. Just notice the colors and the shapes and the lines.
Yeah. I'm wearing a very beautiful lavender top.
Okay, here's something.
It's form-fitting and it hugs my curves, which looks good. So it's hugging all of my curves, even the ones I don't want to be there. But
Mm,
I like the color of the top.
beautiful. And if I didn't, if it just, just noticing, like it comes in as little, but you don't want that to be there. And what if I just wanted it to be there?
Yeah.
Okay, for all of it to be there.
Yeah, it's part of me. I want all of me to be there.
Yeah,
I don't want parts of me to be elsewhere.
yeah. Here to support you. Here to support you.
Yeah. I want to fully love myself. And in that moment, there's so much more to love.
Yes.
The picture doesn't look as scary anymore.
I love noticing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not as repulsed or repelled from it.
Yeah.
I don't mind seeing it as much.
Okay, so just noticing hatred not required. You know, my So my back is fat. I'm just watching all the pieces come together there. Oh no, I can't accept that because it'll get worse. Can't know that's true. Not even that's true. So just look again, still as you are, that image. Who would you be without that thought, that story? My back is fat.
I would be much more free and relaxed. I wouldn't worry about how my back looked. I would feel more like myself, just being me.
Mm. Mm.
I would feel no inner war, no conflict. I would just feel at ease, just normal.
Yeah, yeah, just here,
Yeah.
present. More peaceful, sounds like much more peaceful.
Yeah.
Person experiencing, human being experiencing all that's happening in that moment, not just this one frame in the mirror, but including that frame in the mirror. It's okay that that's there too. So let's turn it around. My thinking is fat.
I'm thinking myself to be fat in that moment. I am thinking really big thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that amazing to notice? Like the meaning I'm putting on this is so gigantic.
Yeah.
It's like whether I am lovable or not.
Yeah.
Part of the body and how it appears in a split second, it has meaning about whether I'm loved in this world.
Yeah.
Very, very thick, big thought.
Mhm.
Very heavy,
Heavy, heavy thought.
very heavy thought. Yeah. So my thinking, my thoughts are fat about this. Extra. I think of extra or
Mhm. I mean, oftentimes when I see my back, I don't see it as fat at all. So it's like it could have been how I was sitting. I mean, it's
yeah,
just like,
yeah,
and I'm letting it mean so much.
yeah.
Like my whole brain spiraled all night. It's like,
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, yeah. Like a catastrophe. So
right,
frightening, and just have compassion.
right.
Compassion for yourself. Like, wow.
Reminds me of those tabloids that catch a supermodel in just a really unflattering position. And they're like, pregnant? Question mark. It's like they're just jumping to conclusions over like, nothing.
Yes. I love that. Jumping to conclusions over nothing.
I'm tabloiding myself. I'm like taking a screenshot and just like
Yes.
tabloiding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to notice it's what, the mind does that,
Yeah.
especially if it's been gripping a story that goes, so just hold for a moment, it's not the same turnaround or I'm not fat. This back is not fat. That isn't fat. And go all the way back to there you are, a little girl watching your mother, perhaps something there. There she is without the story. this is really heavy. This is really critical. My mother cares about this. So that means it's very serious.
Right. Yeah, in that way, I mean, before the heavy thought, there's just innocence. It's like playfulness and lightness, not heaviness.
Mm. Yeah. So nice. Just mom doing her thing.
Yeah,
Compassion for that mom too.
right. She's just exercising, doing step aerobics to Jane Fonda in a thonged leotard. I mean, what else, right? It's normal.
Yes. Which is great, just to see the entertainment of the of the
Yeah,
humanity,
it was a good time.
which is nice to find the humor, you know, it's
Yeah,
the lightness, the humor, how funny it all is. So different from hatred.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So my back is not fat. It's not.
yeah. 90% of the time when I see my back, I don't think it's fat, so it must not always be fat. Could have been a tabloid moment, just a bad angle.
Yes.
Yeah,
Anyway, just a tabloid a fear moment, a fear moment coming in and grabbing it, taking it, meaning on it.
yeah,
Tricky. It's just I really noticed like needing to stare at that image and actually be willing to look at it without horror, like oh
yeah,
my, like it was amazing to see how much was held on looking at that image of the wrong body.
yeah. Because even with the tabloid, it's like trying to exploit a story out of it.
Yes. So good. Yes. Yeah.
Because it may or may not be true. It may be fat. The woman might be pregnant, but like it doesn't matter. It's just trying to bring the drama for the story's sake.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Get a little worked up. But so much compassion for that. Like it's that just innocently began to believe that it was a very, very serious situation.
Right. Very much.
Yeah. That it meant it was completely tied to being lovable. That
Right.
felt dangerous, very dangerous. And just to see, misunderstanding,
Mhm.
a misunderstanding. Yeah. Wonderful living turnaround practice is just noticing yourself in the mirror and other people and looking through the eyes of those without the glasses on that say how serious fatness is.
Mm.
Just notice if I didn't know that was wrong, bad, hate worthy, something to oppose, something to be at war with, how would I be? How would I be out here noticing bodies, noticing images of my body? And what if it was safe to not have warlike thoughts about this condition? It can become very freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not dangerous at all.
I'm like thinking about, I don't know if you ever saw it, but that movie Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the old one, where they say like nobody likes a skinny Santa. It's like she's trying to get him to eat. And I'm sitting there going like, we just decided Santa should be fat. So then he should be fat. So we want him fat. Like if we saw a skinny Santa, we'd be like, that's not right. So
Yes.
it's just like we've decided
Yes.
what should be.
Yeah. Yeah. And very painful, you know. You just, yeah, decide is a good word.
Yeah.
Decide. I cut off one way of looking at it and only see it this way.
Yeah. And if it's not that way, there's no peace.
Yes. How is it more likely to be to feel free and to be relaxed and to be just in balance in the body, letting the body go the way it goes? If you feel light and loving, or if you feel hate and war, how is it more likely to be just a balanced body?
Yeah, loving.
That's what I found too. Let it be. Let it be. It's one way my thinking is too fat. It gets too involved.
Yeah. It's too involved.
Taking too much,
There's too much of it.
much of it. Yeah. Yeah. Inner thinking.
Yeah.
By questioning if what I'm thinking is true. Here come the thoughts, but I can just not believe them.
Right.
Lovely, Erin.
Thank you.
Love that inquiry.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So comments, anyone follow that? Anything to share? Yeah, Claire.
Hi, thank you, Erin. That was so beautiful. Thank you. I had an image of my mom when she was in when I was little, and she had worn short shorts, and I thought her thighs were too fat. And I've always thought my thighs were too fat. And but what I understood, like especially towards the end here, was that I loved how she looked in her dresses. And if she didn't have that shape that she had, she wouldn't have looked so beautiful in her dresses. And that was just cool to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That the thing about deciding what we're supposed to look like, and what we ourselves are how we're supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. So funny, you know, it's like mom and people very mean so much to us. We love so much, and they're just saying what they say, doing what they do, and you believe it. That doesn't mean it's their fault they taught you, you know, like it's just in the, we just, you know, if you don't know to inquire, right? Anyone else want to share? This is good for any condition of the body, by the way, you know, disease, ailments, other problems. Yeah, Anne.
Yeah, it was very touching, Erin. And I just wrote the statement, I envy my mother because she's beautiful and athletic. And yeah, so it just touched something in me, obviously. Thank you.
Thank you for bringing your precious heart. Mm. Yeah. Another thanks on the chat. Sweet. All right. Who else? Who else would like to do the work today? Marty. Hello, my
I
dear.
just wanted to not scare everybody because I look so bad. I fell the other day on my eye, and I'm getting the stitches out today actually, and it's looking better really. But I did the work on my eye this week, and on my dog, that he shouldn't have pulled me, and my neighbor shouldn't have told me to wrap the leash around me when I'm walking in, because then when he followed the runner, he dragged me down the street. Um, and I like your work, Aaron, because it hit that too, you know, that I shouldn't look like this, and it is what it is. So, and I shouldn't be in pain, and he shouldn't have done all these shoulds. And it's just an experience I'm having. It's an experience. And, you know, when people pity me or, oh, poor thing, I'm going, it's okay. It is what it is. It really has hit me this week. It is what it is. And that the wisdom of that, I always kind of thought that was funny, but it really is what it is right now. So thanks for letting me sit in even ugly.
Love that. I love it. Can even be sort of fascinating. It's like, oh, that's what happens. The body goes to work to heal it. And
Yeah, watching the puffiness. I mean, I couldn't see it all. It was completely closed on Saturday and Sunday. Monday, Wednesday was the worst because the muscles just ached all over, and we're just watching the healing take place.
yes,
I've been taking a picture, a selfie every day to show my kids and see how it's changing. It's kind of interesting.
yes, it is. It's quite
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah. That's all.
Thank you, my dear. Yeah. All right. Yes. So Linda, hello.
Hi, Erin, I want to really thank you for bringing this up. It's definitely something I've been dealing with. I put on quite the pandemic pooch. Went higher than I've ever been in my whole life. And it was nice to see, well, first of all, the number 4 was so awesome when I did it for myself. I mean, I saw me doing a sexy dance in the mirror in the bathroom, and it was really fabulous. And then I also got to see a number 3, just how much I don't allow myself to celebrate what I am doing. And there I am, like smack dab in the middle of the solution. Like the past few weeks, I'm running again, you know, I'm eating healthy again, and I'm doing all these great things. But no, my mind wants to go right to like what it wants to be gone yesterday. So it's nice just to remind myself to enjoy the ride and celebrate all there is to be celebrated. Like really allow that to be my experience. No.
Wonderful. Yeah. I even love like strangely like little bow to all the overeating I ever did.
And that was the other thing too. Like when I'm visualizing, like looking in the mirror, I just didn't see like squishy parts I don't like. I really saw like where that came from and how much I struggled this year. And I really got to be like, you know, I get it. And I'm glad that made you feel better, you know,
Nice.
like at that time. And, you know, let's do these more healthy things now. Like it was kind of a yes and, which was way more in reality and a much better experience just overall. So thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Mm, time for another inquiry. Who would like to? Yeah, Eleni.
Hi, Grace.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for your inquiry. Erin. It's Eleni here in Ontario, Canada. So I feel so miserable right now. I think I've done this worksheet like a million times, and I don't know how I still have more tears and resistance left. Even though I intellectually understand where I'm not sponsoring me. Situation is So I wrote this worksheet when it was happening, when I was in the US. And I'm writing it again now, remembering that I'm in Canada because I don't have residency in the US because my husband didn't sponsor me. He didn't do the residency papers. We're legally married, but he didn't put the sponsorship through. We didn't fill out the paperwork, say, yes, I will sponsor, this is my wife, so that I could get my residency papers. So that's the situation, and it's today, and I woke up remembering, so I didn't get into grad school. I moved into this house so that I could start grad school in September, since I don't know when the borders are going to open up. I don't know what I'm doing. I wake up and I remember, oh, I can't go back home to the States. Mark didn't sponsor me. And I come to your class and you ask me, what's the situation?
Mhm.
So I'm confused with Mark because he didn't sponsor me. Do you want me to read the whole worksheet, or just that one is fine?
Keep reading. Let me
I
see.
want him to want me to stay and live with him. I want him to work it out, life with me. I want him to make clear if he doesn't love me or want to live with me anymore, if it's true. He should have sponsored me. He should stop playing games. He should regret his actions. I actually have never written this worksheet before. This is the first time I'm hearing these statements.
Mm, mm,
Just the first one was familiar.
yes.
I need him to make up for lost time together. I need him to say, I love you, and I need time, and we will work this out. Mark is scared, too good, avoiding the truth, strong, and passive. I don't ever want to remember that Mark didn't sponsor me again.
Mm, powerful. Okay. You see if any of those just have so much charge and seem to pop out. Definitely seeing this thread of the story. I want him to want me. He doesn't want me. He must not want me.
Yeah. It means I remember even thinking that that's why I left. I could have stayed and overstayed my 6-month Canadian visa, but I remember thinking, well, he didn't sponsor me. He clearly doesn't want me here.
Ah,
And then I left to come to a place where I'm legally able to live.
well, let's just look at that. He doesn't want me here.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody find, just follow along. That person doesn't want you in whatever form that is. So is that true, Amy? He doesn't want you. He doesn't want you there.
Yes.
And you absolutely know that is true. He doesn't want me there.
Oh. No.
Good to see. No. So what happens when you think it? He doesn't want me there.
I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Mm.
Um, I'm very confused. Um, my my brain, I see images of him adoring and loving me, and then images of him saying like, I just can't sponsor you. I don't know how. Just all the images, I feel nauseous. I feel sick. I worry about I worry about becoming like a woman in her 40s who never, I don't know. I just I see future images of me not like letting go of this and always feeling nauseous every time I think about my marriage and not being able to let go.
Mm. Mm.
And I treat him like he's already gone out of my life and that I have to move on. I don't even know, I don't know what to say to him or how to talk to him. Then I treat myself like for sure there's something I must be missing here.
Mm. It's like we think, I know what being wanted looks like, and it's not this.
Yeah. And I try to force myself to like not envision myself being a person who has connections with the States anymore. Like I have to like cut that part of my life off. Like goodbye New Jersey, goodbye New York, goodbye mountains,
Oh,
goodbye beautiful man.
oh. Yeah.
And I really I don't like myself. And I have a hard time feeling joy and shifting into being in my body and going, just doing things. I, just breathing is sometimes hard when I think that thought.
Mm. Mm. I am the unwanted one. He doesn't want me. Doesn't want me there. So, who would you be without that story? Just see. I didn't leave the thought. He doesn't want me there, and all that it means. I didn't believe the I'm not wanted story.
He becomes a human again. He becomes somebody who has their own process and thoughts and feelings. Like, I understand him. And I'm very sure without the thought that there's a lot of love between us.
Mm. You imagine him in your mind, and you love it.
Yeah, I understand him and knowing me. I can, I even understand how hard, I mean, without the thought, I can see how hard it is to make those kinds of moves with so much fear in our lives at that time. And I am grateful to him for not doing it out of fear.
Wow. Just let it be there without the thought, without the thought. Could it be okay? See myself in my day here, where you are now, without the belief he doesn't want me.
Yeah, I'm very supported. And he taking care of, doing well. Even if I didn't get into grad school, I'm still doing really, 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 really well. For me, I'm doing well for me.
Mm.
And I have a lot of a space in my heart without the thought.
Mm.
And I really don't know. It's a kind of playful curiosity, like I don't know what people are thinking. I don't have to know. I don't have to analyze it all and make decisions and conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. Really, I don't.
Yeah. Wonderful to notice the safety of not knowing. Really don't know.
And it's sunny and it's April 2nd and the borders will probably open up and everything's fine. I am here with you.
Yes. Yes. Let's turn it around.
I didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
When I felt he didn't want me there,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to be there without healthcare. I didn't want to be there being miserable and not being able to grow, like do things legally in my life.
Wow. Yes. I didn't want to be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't want to be there. I was feeling really, really unhealthy and smoking every day. And I didn't know how to stop with him smoking.
Good example. Yeah. Powerful reasons. I don't want to be there.
If I felt unsafe and unwanted.
Mm.
I'm not saying that that's true. I'm just saying that at that time, and even today in my brain, I don't want to be there. Like, I don't want to go into that story of, oh, he doesn't want me and I'm such a victim and
Yes. Yeah.
I'm the ugly duckling that everybody rejects, and I don't want to be there.
Well, which is good to notice the turnaround. I don't want to be with my thinking. I don't want all that thinking to be here.
You be there, Grace, with it. I don't want to be there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, present with my own believing without inquiry. It just
Yeah.
takes off on it takes off the me being the unwantable one. I don't want that.
Yeah. Who would?
No.
Who would want to be trapped in a black room with no key to get out?
Yeah.
It would be insane to
Yeah.
want to, yeah,
Yeah.
do that with no way out. I don't want to do that to myself. I don't want to be there.
Yeah. And the thoughts can come. Here they come. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. I used to believe you. Yeah. I don't want me to be there. I don't want me to go all the way in there. I don't want me to believe in being unwantable.
Yeah.
If you were just completely wantable in this moment today.
Did you say what if?
Yeah. Feeling that living
Then it
around
would
and
be a Good
unwanted.
Friday. Yeah. My whole body would relax at that consideration.
Mm.
The room becomes quiet. And I can listen better.
Nice to notice how I must be wanted in this room, in this moment. Here I am, completely here.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm alive. I'm human.
Right.
I'm here getting to witness what I see through these eyes and what I feel from the sidewalk, or from the chair. Wanted. Wanted. It wasn't up to me. I was wanted. Precious. Wonderful living turnaround, you know. I'm the wanted one. Just
Yeah. Even you asking me to do the work, or you inviting me.
yeah. Yes. Yes. Good example. There it is. Yeah. Thank you, my dear.
Thanks, Grace.
Yes. So, comments, others. What did you find? Did you follow along? I love that living turnaround, just feeling I am the one who's wanted. Why not? Here I am without my thoughts of proving it otherwise. It's just so true. Yeah. A sweet one to carry. A sweet one to carry. Anyone have anything to share with Eleni, or what your own process was like before we end today? Just a lovely thing to remember, be aware of, open to. How do I know where to be, where to go, where to move, where I'm wanted? Here it is, it happens. Even those body parts, like we did in the first inquiry. You know, can you imagine? I want that. I want it just like that. Doesn't mean nothing will ever change. Nothing's stuck. All things flowing. Yeah, Carlo.
Yeah, I've just been struck with how powerful it is just to witness these processes and the vulnerable sharing of the two folks who shared, and there's just so much power in it, because I can see myself in so many things, and it just sparks. I'm just really glad I joined. I just wanted to share that, and I hope to join more often. And thank you for the two beautiful folks who shared up to now. And yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Wonderful. Good to have you. Yeah, Claire.
I hope it's okay. Okay if I share again,
Yeah,
but
of course.
I was letting other people. Thank you so much, Eleni. It was just so moving to see you go through that. And I think what struck me so much was when you said I could have stayed actually in the States, but that you didn't want to be illegal. And it was like, wow. For me, it was like, oh, there was a choice there, where maybe it didn't feel like it. But and the other thing was how I thought was so wonderful how the turnarounds came to you so much, like the thing about not wanting to be there, that those just popped up. It was pretty, really, really wonderful to witness. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Lovely, everybody. Go out and live your turnaround of being wanted everywhere you go. Just as you are, just in that body, that way, that time. Lovely. Thank you, everyone, for your work. Thanks for being here. See you next month.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone that shared.
Thank you.